If you have spent any time building your personal brand as a creative mystic, you've probably heard some version of this advice. Hook your work to a creative event. Ride a human interest story. It's free attention, already built-in awareness. An audience who's been leaning in before you even said a word. Good advice as far as it goes. But it also comes with a decision that's buried deep inside it. One most of us never get taught how to make. Enter Jimothy. Have you seen the deformed raccoon that's taken the world by storm? If you've been anywhere on the internet this week, you've probably met him. Seattle's accidental mascot. Born with a short spine, no tail, and compact little barrel of a body, he's been spotted running across the streets in my neighborhood in Seattle with no idea he was about to become a global event. People are getting Jimothy tattoos. There's a mural. The Seattle Mariners ran a raccoon mascot during the 7th inning stretch. And honestly, I love it. The organic human part of this? A neighborhood falling in love with a scrappy little creature who beats the odds. Give me all of it. But here's what else is happening. People are coming out of the woodwork trying to profit off of his deformity, like he's some kind of novel sideshow circus freak. Meanwhile, popping up, we've got Etsy shops, bootleg t-shirts, brands tweeting with their logos attached. And Jimothy didn't ask for any of this. The rest of us are deciding what that means. And if you're an artist, what he's worth. As a professional artist who has built an entire business illustrating animals, I'm not immune to the hype. When a viral phenomenon lands like this in your backyard, the impulse to jump on it runs through 5 very distinct, very human psychological stages. If you've ever felt the itch to ride a trending wave, you've probably walked this exact mental loop. And if you're sitting in that question right now, you're in the right place. Hey Mystics, if you don't know me, I'm Lisa Stewart, an intuitive business guide. I help corporate escapees build their business to share their magic with the world without losing their integrity. Today I'm going to share 4 core principles for building a sustainable, creative business. Because jumping on trends as fast as the wind blows is a fast track to burnout. And I'm using a framework you might not expect in a business conversation to walk us through it. Let's start with the first stage. The first stage is when we rationalize the impulse. And I know this stage intimately, not because I've fallen into it, but because I was taught to spot it long before it ever had a chance to grab me. In design school, they drilled one thing into us: build work that lasts. Trends come and go, and your brand needs to outlive the news cycle. I was lucky. I learned that at the age of 19 and not 49. But most artists and small business owners never get that chance. So when a moment like Jimothy lands, here's what happens. We tell ourselves, everyone's talking about Jimothy. It's just harmless, fun community art. I'm connecting with my local audience. I'm an artist. I'm just responding to the culture. We reframe an opportunistic sales play into good marketing, or riding the wave. The machine says go, so we go. It sounds like everyone else is doing it. It's just a raccoon. He doesn't know. The trend will be gone in a week, and I need to move fast. It's an easy lie to buy into because standard business advice tells us to buy into it. But here's what I want you to consider. When an artist or small business owner sacrifices long-term integrity for short-term trend, they aren't just exploiting the subject. They are quietly eroding the trust of their own community and burning out their brand's authority. Transactional marketing is disposable. Reflective, value-lit art is enduring. And the problem with denial is that it keeps you from asking the one question that separates the two. Would I be making this piece of Jimothy if it weren't trending on Instagram right now? If the answer is no, if you're making it because it's a trending keyword that will drive the algorithm, clicks to your store, you're not responding to nature. You're mining it for fuel. Then comes the frustration and the anger. And honestly, as working artists, this feeling is completely valid. You look around and you see other big media outlets, viral aggregators, and print-on-demand drop shippers racking up millions of views, making quick cash off a deformed raccoon. And you're thinking, I'm an artist grinding every day just to pay rent. Why shouldn't I get my cut? Why should corporate clickbait sites profit while I play by the rules? It sounds like, why are they getting all the sales? I could do this better. It's not fair that some drop shipper with no ties to Seattle is profiting off of this. And if I don't make something, somebody else will. And they won't donate a dime. I don't know about you, but this energy gives me heartburn. That anger comes from a real place. But notice where it's pulling you. Is it tempting you to join the race to the bottom? Competing with a few parasites for a few seconds of fleeting internet attention? This I call the creator's dilemma. Artists and small business owners are constantly being bombarded with standard marketing advice. Jump on the trend, ride the wave. And when you see everyone else make a quick buck off a sensation like Jimothy, that internal panic sets in. The FOMO, the fear that you're leaving money on the table. But here's the point I want to drive home. If you're always chasing trends, you will burn out fast. Once Jimothy's value dies, and it will, because every viral moment has a shelf life, what's the next human interest story you're going to chase? And the one after that? And the one after that? It's a lot like the term ambulance chaser for an attorney who exploits injured victims. You're not building a practice. You're following sirens. And I've watched talented artists I genuinely respect chase a trend, make a quick buck, and disappear 6 months later because there was nothing underneath the hustle. No foundation, no brand, just a trail of expired moments. And there's the anger that comes from the other direction. The anger of watching something pure get turned into a commodity. This week, the Sarvey Wildlife Care Center, a local facility that admits over 3,300 orphaned and injured animals every year, that has cared for raccoons for over 45 years, that just this past winter rebuilt and doubled their raccoon habitats, posted a statement. And I want to read you parts of it. We've received requests from people as far away as Australia interested in attaching our name to their artwork or merchandise. These individuals or entities want to share a portion of their proceeds with us. But honestly, this feels exploitive. We feel that using Jimothy as a marketing tool is not ethical. Selling his likeness for profit turns wildlife into a commercial product and sends the wrong conservation message. If you're interested in helping our raccoon population, please donate directly to a wildlife rehabilitation facility near you that rehabilitates raccoons. And then this, which I want you to sit with. Jimothy serves as an important reminder that the kindest way to appreciate wildlife is from a respectful distance. Loving wildlife means allowing it to remain wild. And I agree. This is where most well-meaning artists try to strike a deal with their conscience. Okay, you think, I don't want to look like a vulture. So what if I sell Jimothy prints, stickers, or shirts and give 10 or 15% of the proceeds to a local wildlife rescue? That way everybody wins. It sounds ethical on the surface, and this is the most seductive stage because it feels like integrity. But the Sarvey Wildlife Care Center just laid bare the truth about this exact bargain. They told us directly, attaching your name to our work so that you can sell products is not ethical. Don't partner with us. Don't use our logo. Don't wrap your merch line around our credibility. So here's what I want you to consider. There's a line. I call it the self-correction line. And it's crossed when the artwork ceases to be an authentic response to a phenomenon and becomes a promotional Trojan horse. The charity isn't the point of the product. The charity is the permission structure. It's what you tell yourself and your buyers so that the transaction feels clean. This is where the transaction test comes in. And I want you to remember this one. The question is, am I using a cause or a nonprofit as a badge to legitimize my own profit? If the answer is yes, if the charity is there to make the sale feel better, you haven't crossed over into integrity. You've just dressed extraction up into a donation receipt. Are you seeing a theme here? The right way doesn't require anyone's permission or endorsement. It just requires integrity. Stage 4 is where the weight of the first 3 stages finally lands. And if you've made it with me this far, you might be feeling it right now. It sounds like maybe I shouldn't create anything at all. Maybe engaging with culture, period, is exploitative. Maybe the only ethical move is to sit it out. And I want to be careful here because I am not saying don't create. I'm a professional artist and I've been doing this for over 30 years. I believe in artists making a living. I believe in small business owners seizing smart opportunities. What I am saying is that this heavy feeling, the burnout, the exhaustion, is a signal. It's telling you that the way you've been approaching things, the trend chasing, the ambulance following, the transactional relationship with culture, is unsustainable. When you stay connected to your purpose, it fuels your late nights in a good way and your early mornings. But when your purpose is decided based on what the internet finds interesting this week, that's not fuel, that's fumes. I'm of the mindset that posting is the downstream of doing. When your content and your products flow from your actual work and your actual values, you build something that compounds. Every project adds to the next. Your audience trusts you because you're consistent, not because you're quick. But when your business is the downstream of trends, you're rebuilding every time the wind shifts. The Jimothy t-shirt seller has no business next month. They're already scanning the feed for the next wave. And that's exhausting. That's burnout by design. And now we arrive at the final stage. This is where we stop reacting and start building with intention and integrity. Because acceptance doesn't mean you don't create. It means that you create from a different place. So let me give you 4 core principles that I promised at the top and a 3-part test you can run before you launch anything tied to a viral moment. Principle 1, the reflection principle. Create from an authentic response, not algorithmic prompting. This is the reflection test. And it's the first question. Am I making this because I'm authentically moved to reflect the world or because an algorithm told me it's trending? If you're making it because a trending keyword that will drive clicks to your store, you're not responding to nature. You're mining it for fuel. The line is crossed when the artwork ceases to be authentic response and becomes a promotional Trojan horse. Principle 2, the integrity principle. Don't use causes as marketing badges. This is the transaction test. Am I using a cause or a nonprofit to legitimize my own profit? If you wouldn't donate to the organization without a merch line, if the donation exists to make the sale feel better, that's a transaction wearing integrity's clothes. Principle 3, the sustainable principle. Ask yourself the long question. Does this build long-term trust with my audience, or does it make me look like an opportunistic vulture? This is the sustainability test. And here's the truth. Your audience can feel the difference. They may not articulate it, but they can feel it. Every trend you chase for a quick buck erodes the thing that actually pays your bills. Long-term trust. And principle 4, the generosity principle. If you profit from a moment, give back quietly. No logo, no co-branding, no marketing spin. Just a transfer of money from someone who profited to an organization doing the actual work. Now, let me show you what all 4 principles look like in practice, because we have a model right here in Seattle. One of our local artists, Henry, created a painting of Jimothy. Beautiful work. He auctioned it and donated 100% of the proceeds to the Ballard Food Bank, a local organization serving his community. Henry is a Seattle native. His brand is a household name. And I've taken numerous photos of his murals around the city. And I even met him during COVID as he was painting the front of a boarded up restaurant in Ballard. Henry doesn't require notoriety. He knows that his name alone will generate finances that will help support the local food bank. And notice what Henry didn't do. He didn't attach his name to a wildlife rescue agency for clout. He didn't ask for a partnership. He contributed to his community. He directed the money where it could actually help people. And critically, he didn't ask anyone to bless his work. He just did the thing quietly. That's all 4 principles in one move. Reflection, integrity, sustainability, and generosity. So here's my recommendation. Go ahead and create whatever product you want. Something that features Jimothy or raccoons, or anything that supports the conversation around wildlife. Create from a place of genuine inspiration, not extraction. And then, this is the important part, donate a portion of your sales proceeds directly to the wildlife center of your choice. No logo, no co-branding, no partnership. Just a transfer of money from someone who profited from a moment to an organization that protects the animals the moment is about. I'm going to leave you with that 3-part test. Write it down somewhere you'll see it when the next viral moment hits your feed. And it will, because there's always another one coming. The reflection test. Am I making this because I'm authentically moved or because the algorithm told me it's trending? The transaction test. Am I using a cause as a badge to legitimize my own profit? The sustainability test. Does this build long-term trust or make me look like an opportunistic vulture? If you pass all 3, create, sell, and then give back quietly. And if you want to support wildlife in Jimothy's name, skip the merch. Go to the Sarvey Wildlife Care Center's website. Donate directly. Let the raccoon stay wild. I invite you to sit with this framework. And if you want more tools like it for building a creative business with integrity on your terms, I've got resources linked below. And until next time, stay magical.